We're going to have to start talking to our fans all over planet Earth. They're dialed in already. Here, I'll help you out here. So. Check 1, 2. Check 1, 2, and 3. How you doing, Chris?
I am doing great. It's fun to be back.
Yeah.
We do have a comment from Steven Silva saying he was heartbroken. He couldn't see the game last week. Heartbroken. We were at a field that didn't have really any place to set up. So, Steven, if you really want to watch this team play, because he said he was forced to watch a team from Kentucky.
Yeah, someone turn your volume down, maybe on that one.
You can go. Okay. You can go to Facebook and put in the THE, so the CL page. And I actually shot the game on my phone. On my little Facebook project page. It's called the CL page. So it's THE space CL PAGE, the CL page. And you can watch the game.
See, there you go.
We don't have any of the fancy graphics. We don't have Kevin. Dan did do some stats for me, but it was just kind of some guerrilla-style football stuff right down on the field. It was actually kind of fun. Saw the refs, got to talk to them a little bit.
Steven, we call that a gamer, right? The conditions weren't favorable, but Chris still figures out a way how to get it done. Gamer.
Just got to do a little searching on the old CL page, and you can find the game.
Yeah, and because we weren't with you last week this way, we're going to probably bring you double the fun today.
Yeah, so we got a nice game here today against Superior. By the way, the boys won last week. It was 36-0. They routed Eau Claire Memorial 36-0 at halftime, and then had the running clock throughout the second half, so it went pretty quick. But the boys had a big game. It was a lot of fun. They were having a good time. And it's homecoming week here at River Falls. So.
And I can feel the electricity in the air.
Yes, there's a pretty good crowd out front. Superior down here to play us this week, and that's a long drive, about a 2.5-hour road trip for the Spartans to come down here and play. They actually just got off the bus about 20, 25 minutes ago. So.
Yeah, we're going to check out their bus legs here early because that's a pretty long ride, and they didn't get off. They came off that bus fully suited up, though, helmets on and everything, like a bunch of warriors.
I will say they do have things pretty good up in Superior. They had a nice coach bus. They weren't getting off the old yellow bus. They were getting off a pretty nice coach, but maybe they had some refreshments and stuff on the way down, ready to play some football. A little afternoon tilt, and then tomorrow night's the big night.
Big night.
Homecomings for the varsity tomorrow night, 7 o'clock. You can catch the action, of course, right here at River Falls Sports. Over at Raymer Field, though. Come over and take it all in person.
Yeah. Hey, 5-0 Wildcats, ranked number 3 in the state in Division II. They got a pretty good squad. I'm not going to lie to you.
Pretty good squad. They're very, very fun to watch as well. So if you're not even a Wildcat fan and you're a guy like Steven who just kind of checks everything out, you're going to enjoy the atmosphere tomorrow. It'll be fun. It'll be electric. The band will be playing. Be a packed house for homecoming.
That'd be real good. Well, today we've got 3 9-minute quarters in front of us here. Freshman football. These are your up-and-coming Wildcats. We've seen some really fun and good things from them this year, and they got some talent down there at that level.
Some really good talent. Mr. Massa been playing quarterback for both the freshman and the varsity team, but it looks like he's without helmet right now. So I don't know if maybe they're going to let the other QB start this game here today or not. Now he's going to grab the old helmet, but. We'll see what happens there. We do have a few changes in roster. It looks like Anthony McPherson was out last week with injury, back this week. He is going to be moving from Mike linebacker back to safety. And Bo Bjork, who had just an incredible game last week, is moved in there at the middle linebacker spot. So be fun, something to watch for on defense. And Bo is out there number 2 on the kickoff team as well. Jack Larson set the kickoff.
Wildcats in the dark blue pant, dark blue top, and the white lid. And Superior is in the white helmet, the white top, and the powder blue pant.
Yeah, that's the road unis for Superior. Beautiful stadium up there that those boys play in, but making the trip down here to River Falls this week. JV will be up there on Monday. And again, you can catch that action right here on the RF Sports page. So, again, nice little short kick there. I did work with Jack this weekend on a little kickoff stuff, some footwork, and I saw that he did absolutely none of that right there on that kickoff, so that was cool. Time well spent. Superior is going to take over here on the 37-yard line. We know just about nothing. Again, we're probably the only freshman football team in this area that has a broadcast, so we'll find out here as you guys find out what Superior does on offense. Looks like they're going to line up in the shotgun. Spread it out a little bit. Looks like a receiver on this side. Wingback goes in motion. They'll do a little halfback option play and kick it out to the wingback. Wingback gets a little mileage there. He's going to be close to the first down. Looks like out to around the 45-yard line, just shy of the 45. So pickup of about 8 on first down. You see Kean O'Keefe there holding the sticks in front of us. He is typically the guard for the squad. He's out this week with an injury, and Griffin Klecker as well. He's typically the fullback holding the down marker. Second down at about 2 for the Spartans. This time, quarterback's going to keep it himself, come around this side, and it's going to be a gain of around 6 or 7 yards, and that will move the chains for the Spartans. Cats were flawless defensively last week, gave up 0 points, and really Memorial didn't have a first down, I don't think, until the third quarter. So,
well, Superior starts out with the coach's dream, just run the ball like that. They get a couple chunks, an 8 and a 4, and coaches love that.
Yeah, it makes it easy to make decisions when it's 2nd and 2 and 1st and 10. The whole playbook's open for you.
Yeah.
Got Mason Novak, the corner on the near side here. Superior run to man in motion, hand it off to the fullback, and he's going to plow ahead for a yard or 2. Tackle going to be made there by number 55.
Sam Simpson.
Sam Simpson, double duty this week. He played on the JV game quite a bit on Monday night. They got a victory, and there he is suiting up again. Big kid. He's a football player, and good to see him getting the reps.
Yeah. Sam played some JV on Monday and out here tonight.
Yeah. Pull your mic right up there to your mouth. There.
Pulling my mic right up here.
Oh, that's good.
This time they'll hand off to the wingback again. Opportunity there for Todd Benedict to make the play, but missed on the shoestring tackle, and that's going to be close to first down yardage.
They strung that out nice, but they got speed, got the corner there, and got around the edge.
Yeah. Eluded the Cat defense, and 1st and 10 now coming up for Superior. Ball's going to, actually, I'm sorry, 3rd down and 3. I'm sitting here trying to find something and kind of half paying attention to the game and half looking for stuff. Didn't find it. So 3rd down and 3 coming up here for Superior. We got a nice offense chant coming from the bleachers to the right of us. Superior traveled. Quite a few guys coming down to watch their kids, guys and gals. That's first down yardage. Cats missed a couple different opportunities there to make the tackle, and the ball carrier able to slip through and move the chains again for Superior. 1st and 10 for Superior at the 34-yard line.
Chris, I noticed they're getting to the ball carrier. They're making contact, but they're not really wrapping up and finishing the runoff.
Yeah,
to drive him down.
It's one thing, and it's something that I actually noticed the other night watching the Vikings game. There was a lot of that as well. So much of the time right now in football, we're just not practicing a lot of contact because, we don't want kids to get banged up. We don't want the injuries. So it does, you'll tend to see that once in a while just because I think it takes time as you get through the game. I think they become a little bit better tacklers. But we just don't practice tackling like we used to. Got
to get a little sweat going. They got to get hit a couple times. Then you decide, this is contact tackle football. I'm going to have to get a little more physical.
So we had an illegal motion there, and that will back up Superior. And we got a first down, and it looks like about 16. Cats D-line there. Ready to rock. You got Jack. You got Sam Simpson. And the lineman on the other side, I believe, is Devin Duchesne. Man in motion.
They're
going to hand off. Ball loose, and I think the Cats have it. They say they have it. And we got number 21, Joe Tarasavage. Johnny on the spot there, falling on that one, and it's Wildcat football.
He came out of there with that proud, didn't he? He's like, there is no doubt I've got the rock. Turnover. Wildcat football. 1st and 10 on their own 40-yard line.
So the Wildcat offense back out there, and Tino Massa will take the snaps for the Wildcats here. He's got Josh Jenkins and Joe Tarasavich right behind him. Cal Dumont, the tight end on this side. They'll send Benedict in motion, hand it off to Tarasavich. Tarasavich cutting through guys and falling ahead for a gain of 10. Joey had a huge game last week. Had almost 200 yards by halftime. Finished the game with about 230 and 4 touchdowns, and kind of taking off here right where he left off last week.
If you don't mind, Chris, I'm going to give him 11 on that carry.
you can write him down for Dan Jenkins.
Dan, put him down for 11, would you? That was definitely 11.
We'll give him 11. Ball placed at the 49-yard line of Superior. Same personnel in there. Massa will hand it off to Tarasavich again. Cuts through one guy, and now he's off to the races.
That's it.
He's got Mason Novak to help him block. Didn't need him, and he's into the end zone. 49-yard touchdown for Tarasavich. Last week he started the game with a 75-yard run. This week it's 49. Either way, it's 6 points.
Somebody at home in the emojis, get on the clap, clap, clap buttons for that on that 49-yard scamper. Nice run.
Big run for Tarasavich. And the thing about Joey is right now we've got some incredible blocking up front for him, but he kind of waits for that block. He's very patient, lets the block set up, and then he just runs through people. And if you think you're going to arm tackle Joe Tarasavich, you better pack a lunch.
And speed never has a day off.
Speed never has a day off. Anthony McPherson comes in at tailback now. And they'll hand it off to No, they'll fake the handoff. And we throw it to Josh Jenkins, and he scores.
Jenkins for the deuce.
Yeah, they run that little play. That's a play that they practice all the time. Do the fake handoff and over to the fullback in the flats. And Josh pulls it in, and it is 8-0, River Falls. So good start for the Cats. Defensively a little bit challenged, but able to come up with a turnover. And the Cats capitalize on the turnover.
Was that 2 plays?
It was two plays from scrimmage and the 2-point conversion.
11-yard run and a 49-yard run, capped off by the 2-point pass conversion to the Jenkins kid, and it's just like that, 8-0.
Yeah, we'll do the math. It's 60
Here,
yards
I'll come
of
over
offense
here.
there.
I'll do the scoreboard. How about that? How about I throw an 8 spot up for River Falls here? Let's count by twos. 2, 4, 6, 8. There we go.
This kick fielded at the 30-yard line. And the Cats able to, well, they stop him initially, but he's still on his feet. We got flags all over the place.
Laundry.
We'll see if that's a holding or that's a face mask. It's in the territory of one of those two things. But there were flags flying. It's going to be against us, so I'm going to assume that's going to be a face mask. That's typically where that would happen. And that just comes from tackling high. Again, a tackling error. You can't face mask the guy if you tackle him around the hips. No, well,
only a 5.
Only a 5, yeah. They made the signal to the other sideline, so I wasn't sure what the call was there. But. So Superior will start this drive at the 46-yard line. Again, in the shotgun. That's their MO. Send a man in motion. They'll hand it off to him. And Anthony McPherson up in the play, Felix Wahlquist, and that one's going nowhere. That's going to be a loss of about 4 or 5. Cats were all over that one. That was the same play they tried to run the last drive when they fumbled. That time they were able to get the handoff off, but didn't go well for them after that. Loss of 5 sets up second down and 15 for Superior.
Good definition of gang tackling right there, Chris. I agree. They're all over that like a pack of dogs on a 3-legged cat. That guy was going nowhere.
Yeah, you saw Anthony McPherson come up from the safety spot there to make that play as well. And again, like we said earlier in the game, he's been playing middle linebacker for most of the season, moved him up to safety today and making the play. This time they're going to pitch it out to the right side.
Oh.
Whoa!
Woo!
That was Cal Dumont. Was it Bo or Cal? One of the two.
No.
It was one of those single numbers coming up there and laid the wood.
Slobber knocker right there. Oh, baby, what a hit.
Yeah, I think that was Cal, number 6 over there.
Good old-fashioned decleater.
Yes, sir. And that's a loss of about a yard or 2 there. That's going to set up a 3rd and very long now for Superior. That'll get the the kid's pretty excited, and Superior's going to call timeout, and I think that's a good idea there.
Yes.
Let him kind of cool down and cool off after that.
Steven Silva, he's all over the claps.
Yeah,
He's representing everybody. He lives in California, so he's from a very diverse area. So he said we represent all emojis.
Lots of different.
Yeah, I don't think you missed one there. I think you got it. That's good. That's good.
Next week, freshman team's going to head on the road. We're going to head over to Chippewa Falls. Instead of a Thursday night game, we're playing Friday night. The game will be right before the varsity game. So we'll have a 4:30 tilt with the Cardinals at Doray Field. Then once we clear the field, the varsity team will come on, and we'll have both those games here at RF Sports. And again, tomorrow night, the varsity game right here in River Falls at Raymer Field. Homecoming versus Superior. Superior varsity team having a little bit of a down year. Haven't won a game, and taking on the 5-0 Wildcats tomorrow. So 3rd and long now coming up for Superior. Again, Spartans will come out in the shotgun.
What do you have, 3rd and 15?
Yeah, 3rd and 15. We'll call it maybe 3rd and 16. Send a man in motion over to this side. Send another one. They're going to hand it off. And Jack Larson has wrapped him up, and the rest of the crew comes in to take him down.
Coach has got to be really happy about the pursuit to the ball by the blue jerseys tonight. They get them slowed down, and then nobody's standing around watching. They're all attacking the football. You end up with 6-7 guys making the tackle. Outstanding.
Yeah, all 3 plays on that series were for negative yards. That's when you know you're tuned up as a defense, when you do not give up a positive play in one series.
We were kind of hard on them in that first series about not wrapping up. Well, somebody else saw that, and they're wrapped up there.
There you go. Superior with the punt team out there. Punter standing around the 25-yard line. Really bad snap. Able to get it off. Not much of a kick, and the Cats able to cover. I think he kicked it right in the rear end of one of his teammates, and the ball went right to the ground. Devin Duchesne, I believe, there to scoop that one up and cover.
As I say when I'm playing golf, shank you.
So the Cats with some prime starting field position here at the 35-yard line is Superior, and the offense was incredibly efficient there on the first drive. We'll see what they got here. Last week, kind of the same thing. The 5 touchdowns last week for this offense. They're rolling. Week before they had 3 touchdowns. Well, they had 4 the week before. So 4 touchdowns, 5 touchdowns. We'll see what we come up with this week. Give it to Tara Savage. Tara Savage runs around the left side. It's going to be a gain of around maybe that 11-yard number again. Now they're going to mark it a gain of 8. So 2nd short coming up now for the Wildcats.
Hey, I don't come with a lot of material, but I did see today that Wyatt Bell is on the finalist list for the Jim Leonard State of Wisconsin Defensive Player of the Year Award.
That's awesome. Wyatt's had a great year. Does an incredible job there out of that safety spot in the varsity team. But he's also a big playmaker offensively, too. He's got the speed, and every once in a while they call his number. You see him a lot on that little jet sweep and that little reverse, and he makes him pay. Here's Tara Savage again. Still on his feet, and he's into the end zone.
Wow, what a run.
They cannot tackle Joe Tara Savage. 26-yard touchdown there. And again, when that play started, it looked like it was going to be a gain of about 3. And he just kind of waits for that opening to get there, and then he's gone.
Yeah, kept his knees high, balance, strength, lower body strength, just powered it forward and smelled the end zone and couldn't turn it off. And he bangs it in there for 6 more.
And if that name sounds familiar to you, his dad is the running backs coach of the varsity team, so he probably gets a few pointers during the week as well. Cats will go for 2 here, leading it 14-0 with 2:46 to go in the first quarter. Tino Massa from the shotgun. They'll send Benedict in motion. They fake the handoff. Tino's throwing, and he's got
it.
Mason Novak running across the back of the end zone. A very, very patient Tino Massa there. The rush was coming and held onto the football, waited for just the perfect moment, and caught Mason in the back of the end zone there. So it's 16-0 Wildcats with 2:46 to go in the first quarter. Yeah, the Cats move up to 3rd in the state in Division II. Of course, last week, we've got Superior coming in. They're having a down year, but last week against Eau Claire Memorial, the Abes are not a terrible team, but I think a lot of people expected River Falls to really take care of business with them, and last week became it was a little bit of a
Dogfight.
A dogfight. Eau Claire Memorial gave them everything they had. It ended up being a 13-9 win for River Falls, but a very, very close game that I don't think people expected.
Wyatt Bell had that big interception in the second half, and then Zach Peterson finished it off with about 2.5 minutes left with a pick of his own.
Yep, so big plays defensively for the Cats. Superior scoops up the football, and now the Cats are all over that one, and they're going to be pulled down around the 25-yard line. So, again, you kick the football short. The guys that are going to be fielding that football are typically not people that touch the football a whole lot, and that gentleman there was pretty unsure about what to do with it, and the Cats coverage team got there, and Superior starting this drive at their own 26-yard line.
Wyatt Bell, was our garage gridiron grinder of the game last Friday night. What a nice kid. Had the interview after the game, and he said something that kind of caught my eyes, and I went back and listened again. We're talking about offense and that jet sweep, and he said, yeah, they do such a great job blocking for him. He goes, but you know what? It's kind of scary running between the tackles.
there's bigger bodies down there.
Right?
Yeah, bigger bodies down there.
At least he's honest about it.
Nate Johnston and Devin Duchesne, along with Jack Larson, the D lineman. We got number 11, Caden Krull, making the tackle there. Nice play by Caden, coming over there from the outside linebacker spot. And, again, he just kind of set that up. He was very patient, waiting for the runner to come to him and made the tackle. You know what? These numbers on these home jerseys, tough to read. That was Joe Tarasavage.
There you go. Hey, Adam Mashevsky, welcome aboard. He said I should be saving my pipes for tomorrow night. Nah, we'll just get warmed up here a little bit.
Kevin likes to loan out his pipes to us on Thursday night when we got home games for sure. Luckily, the one road game we've had so far has been a close one for you.
It's like warm-up, right? Get a little bit of a pregame stretch for tomorrow night.
Yeah, Superior's going to hand it off around the right side now, and Todd Benedict comes flying up there to make the tackle. Looks like who else is in there on that one? Looks like maybe Blake Schneider over there.
Hey, we have to say hello, too, to Jaden Bennett, Spartan fan on tonight. Welcome aboard. And, chime in. We try to celebrate every athlete on the field. It's, youth sports. This is what it's about. We got a good competition today, but, thanks to you, Superior, for coming down here and competing.
Yeah, and it's nice for them, too, to not have to, if you've got somebody that just can't get out of work or something in time and be able to watch their kids play, it's a big deal. Superior on a 3rd down and 5 now. Looking to throw. He's got a guy across the middle, but the ball comes loose. Nice play over there, and again, that's Schneider knocking that ball away. I think the receiver had it. Schneider got the hand around and knocked that ball loose. So 4th down and 5 coming up. Looks like some wholesale changes here, so I'm assuming the punt team is coming out. It's kind of a short 5, but the ball is at the 31-yard line, and Superior has brought the punter onto the field.
4th and 4.5. It depends how optimistic you are, Chris. Right? If you're glass half full, glass half empty. I don't know.
So Cats looking to get some nice starting field position here. Mason Novak is back again. A terrible snap, but the punter able to get the football off. Novak's going to field it on the bounce.
Ooh,
nice coverage. Nice job by Superior there. Wrapping up Mason. That was number 5. And taking him down. And it looks like Mason a little shaken up on the play there. And he is a key part of this River Falls team. Plays corner, does a great job there, and a really, really good receiver as well. Caught a touchdown last week from Tino Massa.
Yeah, he's a little shaken up there.
Yeah, I think he went down on that arm or that shoulder. 109 left here. Take a quick time out here, and we'll talk a little bit about the Big Rivers Conference last week. We talked about the Cats winning. Novak up on his feet. And training staff is going to, I think, come back here and take a look at the upper body there. Hudson defeated Menominee in Hudson last week, 21-7. Hudson now 2-1 in conference. Their only loss to River Falls. They're 4-1 overall. Menominee 2-1 in conference, 2-3 overall. And we'll see Menominee in a couple weeks. Chippewa next week, and then Menominee after that.
Menominee probably out to one of their slower starts in 20 years. I don't know, and I'm afraid by the time we face them, they may be tuned up.
Yeah, that's what I worry about. It's like you can never take them for granted. They're obviously a little bit down this week, this year, but They're never an easy game. They come to play every week. And we're going to hand it off to McPherson. McPherson will go ahead for a short gain of about 3 there on first down. Elsewhere, it was New Richmond knocking off Superior in Superior, 28 to 18. Tigers 2-1 in conference, 4-1 overall. Superior 0-3 in conference, 0-5 overall.
It's a good number.
Yeah, 66 people watching this freshman game.
It's a good number for freshman football.
Yeah, usually we've got the Northern Illinois folks watching, but Graham and Grandpa Larson came up this week for the game. They're sitting just to our left. This time they're going to hand it off to Thade Dreyer, and Dreyer, first down yardage and more, still on his feet, all the way down to the 32-yard line of Superior. They run the jet sweep over to the long side of the field, and Dreyer's another one of those guys that if he gets out in the open, it's going to be tough to find him because he's got some wheels. Hayden Ekholm will check into the game now for McPherson. Hayden, number 3. Be the tailback on this play. 1st and 10 for River Falls at the 35-yard line. Massa to Ekholm. Ekholm takes a stutter step, pulled down from behind. That'll be basically getting right back to the line of scrimmage there.
That's going to do it for quarter number 1.
So after 1, it is River Falls 16, Superior 0. Last game we didn't talk about in the Big Rivers last week is Chippewa Falls hosting Eau Claire North. Cardinals crushed the Huskies 42-14. Chippewa 1-2 in conference, 3-2 overall. Huskies are 1-2 in conference, 1-4 overall. And of course, next week we'll be heading over to Doré Field to take on the Cardinals.
But you say Do-Re Field. That's what I say. Do-Re Mi.
Do-Re Mi?
Mi, Re, Do.
And it's not spelled. You'd think it'd be D-O-R-A-Y, but it's D-O-R-A-I-S. But don't call it Do-Rays. It's Do-Re.
She said, no, us Spartans also beat Hudson. It was not only River Falls that beat him. So there you go.
Maybe at freshman.
There you go.
At the freshman level.
There you go. There you go. That's good, though. Keep us on track, Jaden. Love it.
Yeah, it's tough to find freshman scores out there.
Phone a friend.
The scores
Hey,
that
how'd
I
you do
reported
last week?
were varsity.
Yeah. Don't usually find the newspaper even.
Yeah, they don't typically print these ones. So we show up this week, every week for the freshman games. Kind of like, hey, it's kind of like Forrest Gump says, it's a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get.
You never know what you're going to get.
So the Cats will line up here. 2nd down and short. Hayden Ekholm behind Josh Jenkins. They'll fake the handoff to Jenkins. Massa in trouble, gets out of it, hits Cal Dumont. 1st down yardage and more across the 30, down across the 20, down to around the 15 or 16-yard line. So another time it looked like Tino Massa was in some big trouble with the defender right in his face and just delivering the football right where it needs to be for a big play.
Has some good old-fashioned escapability.
He does, and just I think maybe just a grit for the game and just a feel for the game, and doesn't panic. That's a big thing.
Grit and football go together.
Right. McPherson comes back into the game for Hayden Ekholm.
Steven says, is this River Falls area typically Packer or Viking country?
That's a great question.
That's a great question. It's probably 67% Packers.
Yeah, I'd
and
say that's pretty close.
Yeah,
Sure.
and a little over 30% Vikings fans.
Yep. Massa hands off to McPherson. McPherson with a nice run, and he should be very close to the 1st down.
Yeah, we're only 40-minute drive from U.S. Bank Stadium,
Right.
so we're
Yeah.
real close.
Yep. You can be in St. Paul in
25 minutes.
25 minutes, and Minneapolis another 15.
That's my favorite marketing thing. So when you just leave River Falls, there's a sign that says St. Paul 24.
There you go.
It's not that far.
Not that far. So the Cats with a 1st and goal from around the 6-yard line here, leading it 16-0, early stages of the 2nd quarter.
And I would say it's probably 70% Twins fans, though, and 30% Brewers fans.
Yeah, that's fair to say.
That's true.
Maybe it might have something to do with a couple World Series wins.
Yeah.
Anthony McPherson around the right side, caving his way and sliding through a few defenders and into the end zone. And it is 22-0 River Falls. So the Cats really taking where they left off, or starting where they left off last week. They scored on their first 5 drives, and now they are 3 in a row here in this game.
Wow. I'm going to go over here and change our scoreboard.
22-0 River Falls, and they'll set up here for the 2-point conversion. We do not have a place kicker, so it's not really a matter of us trying to run up the score or do anything. It's just there's no other option. So we're going for 2 here. Massa has a talk with McPherson. It looks like Jack Carnow has checked in at fullback. Josh Jenkins left the last play with a little bit of an injury. And a nice throw. Initially bobbled and then pulled in there by number 18. And I don't have a roster. There was none up front, and I thought I had my other roster with me this week, and I don't.
Really nice catch, nice pass, and great catch, good concentration to haul that in after the bobble and contact.
Yep. Pulled it in, and
I'm going to put 2 more on the board. Sneak in front of you here.
I just don't know what happened to my roster. I was looking all over for it in the first quarter.
Someone online can let us know. Just go ahead and get it up in the comments section.
Who's
Let us
number
know.
18?
His grandma right now is like, come on.
So the Cats up 24-0 after the nice grab there, and set to kick off for the 4th time here in the game. Nice to see. Again, last week we had a lot of new faces in the game, and this week already a new face catching the ball. A kick's going to land around the 30-yard line, fielded at the 25 by Superior, and the Cat rush is all over that football, and they will push him out of bounds. That was Carter Serene over there. Carter first on the scene and had a little bit of help pushing that guy out of the bounds, and Superior will start at the 31.
I was going to finish that Twins thought, too. It's like there's so many games, right? And you grow up in this area. And it's pretty easy to take the family over to a Twins game to Target Field. And I think, families do that. And after a while, you just kind of become a Twins fan. And it's 5.5 hours to Milwaukee. So you might have some diehard Brewers fans that grew up somewhere else in the state that have migrated over here. But if you grew up here, you're probably a Twins fan.
Yeah, just easier to get into a baseball game, too.
Yeah.
I mean, you can go and watch a Twins game for $15, and to go watch a Vikings game these days, I think it's probably going to cost you $100.
Yeah, and there's something about the NFL. Like once you're a Packers fan, you're not going away from that.
Yep. You only have 8 home games a year, so I think it's a little bit more build up to it.
Yeah.
I went to a Twins game a couple weeks ago, and it's even at that time where they were still in the race. It was very, it was just such a relaxed atmosphere. It's a different type of experience going to a Major League Baseball game compared to an NFL game.
Right. Yeah, the Lambeau experience, that it kind of gets you. Even if you're not a fan, you're like, hey, this is pretty cool.
2nd down and 8 now for Superior. And they're going to pitch it out to the outside. And Cat's able to wrap them up and pull it down. But it's going to be close to first down yard. It's going to be about 3rd and 1 coming up now for the Spartans. Jaden Bennett. They're hyped up.
He said they're hyped up. They got to calm down. They got to get into the game a little bit.
3rd and 1 now for Spartans. This has got to be probably their best down and distance they've had since their initial drive. Have not had a first down since that initial drive. Cat's got a couple new faces in there. See Matt Tiffany in there at the outside linebacker on this side. We'll try to grab a couple more names here as we go. Oh, nice job there by Felix Wahlquist, batting that one down. Tried to throw it over on a screen or wide receiver screen there, and Wahlquist flying in there. And, again, if you can't get to the quarterback, you put the hands up, and good things will happen. And I think Felix actually maybe had an opportunity to pull that one in, and he would have scored a touchdown. I think he would have been a little excited about that.
Yeah, he hit it above his head. I don't think he saw where it went, but if he did get missile lock on that, he probably would have took it and scored.
Yeah, Felix, the linebacker on the far side of the field over there, wearing number 7. We got 25, Brody Ruck, the corner on this near side. Hayden Ekholm playing the middle linebacker right now.
I think they're going to go for it, aren't they?
Probably 4th and 1. You're down 24-0. Might as well. Again, we've said it here many times. They don't print these things. It's not going to be in the news. They tried to draw somebody off sides, and they got him.
That worked.
Yep, and that was Felix. Made the big play in the last one, wanted to make another big play, and jumped off sides.
Still got that adrenaline rush.
Yep. I know it's something that the coaches really have worked on over the last 2 weeks because we saw it a lot in that Hudson game. It was a killer for the Cats. And last week they were really working on it a lot. Memorial tried to get it, and the Cats stayed home. But Superior able to take advantage of it there. 1st and 10 now from the 45. Ball on the ground, and Tiffany is there, and I think he's got it. Matt Tiffany making the play there and grabbing that football, and it is Wildcat football once again.
So Superior gets that big first down on the penalty, and then next play they put the rock on the carpet, and River Falls picks it up, and they've got a fresh set of downs and the football.
Yeah, nice field position, too, at the 42-yard line. And that is the second time that the Spartans have put the football on the turf, and the Cats have recovered both of them. So, again, that's kind of that pursuit. That's that thing you're working on with those kids and trying to get them to go after the football, and it pays off there again. Massa from under center. He's looking to throw. He's got Jenkins. Jenkins turns around and couldn't pull it in. Josh was a little shaken up on that touchdown play. Came out, but it looks like he is back in there. And that one took maybe a little bit too long to develop. And by the time the ball got down there, I think he was a little deeper than he wanted to be. So 2nd and 10 now coming up for the Cats. Clock stopped now at 5:35 in the second quarter. And River Falls leading at 24-0. They really haven't had any trouble running, so I think makes it a little easier to try to throw the ball on first down when you're reasonably sure that you can get some big yards on the run game here. I believe it's Tara Savage, the tailback there. And they're going to give it to Tara Savage, and that's got to be his lowest yardage output on a run. No, that's Schneider. So Blake Schneider getting in there and getting a carry, and it's going to be a loss of a yard or two. Now Tara Savage will check back in, and he'll be the tailback. And I'm guessing there's a good chance he's going to get the football. If you can get about 6 or 7 here, I think you can feel pretty comfortable to give it to him again on 4th down. And, again, this is kind of a spot in the field where you're not going to punt the football. You got 2 plays here to get 12 yards. And I would say Joey's probably averaging 15 or so right now per carry.
I'm going to say 2 plays to get 11.
Yep. So Cats will go in a shotgun. Joe Tara Savage lined up right next to Tino Massa. They'll run Thade Dreyer in motion, looking to throw here. And they've got a wide open Mason Novak. And Novak will strut into the end zone for another Wildcat touchdown. It is 30-0 with 4:38 to go in the second quarter.
We classified that under blown coverage.
That was, I think they saw Joe Tara Savage come in and said, yeah, they're going to give him the ball. And no one followed Mason Novak down the field.
I'm going to go over here and put 6 more on the board for River Falls.
So the Cats making it look real easy offensively today. And again, last week they scored, was it 4 touchdowns or 5 touchdowns in the first half, and well on their way here in this game. Go for 2 here again. They've been perfect so far today on the 2-point conversion. Massa pitches it.
End around.
And
Pass.
Novak throwing. And that looks like one of those plays that you run at the end of practice. You're like, let's just see how crazy we can get with this.
Trickeration.
Yeah, the little end around and throw from Novak, but lands at the feet of the receiver. I think it was Caldemond over there. So the first 2-point conversion they don't convert on there, but it is 30-0 River Falls with 4:38 to go in the second quarter.
Hey, let's take a moment and thank our sponsor. I want to thank Sarah Jenkins over there, Property Executive Real Estate. Property management, can sell you a house, can list your house. Sarah Jenkins, we want to say thank you for sponsoring Wildcat Freshman Football. She can be reached at 612-703-3944. Thank you, Sarah Jenkins and the Property Executives.
Yeah, you can go to her website as well. It's sarahjenkins.com. check out what she has going on, listings, and if you need to get more information, maybe you're thinking about selling, you can get a hold of her from there. Line drive kick scooped up at the 35-yard line and kind of plowing through the coverage. And Superior will start pretty solid field position here at around the 47, 48-yard line. I heard they were calling it the 52-yard line on Monday night.
I heard that, yeah. The 52.
Yeah, a little comic relief. Got to get some of that in once in a while, too. So, Superior from the 52-yard line. Trying to get something going here. Again, that first drive, they had a couple first downs, had things going, but it's been tough going for them offensively since then. Ty Hastings, linebacker on this near side now, number 57. He was in there in the last drive as well. But the Cats kind of getting some fresh faces in there defensively, getting some kids in there, getting some minutes.
Not sure. Looks like doctor just got out of surgery. Comes down and watch a little football.
Yeah, it's Doc Tiffany, Matt Tiffany's dad. And hopefully he was here to see Matt scoop up that fumble. And a pass out there, and looks like number 18 out there in coverage as well.
Oh, that's 10. That's Stone.
Oh, that was 10. Stone Paschal out there covering his man and keeping him from catching the football.
Nice pass, though, and put it right on him. Just good defense.
Right. Stone over there making the play. I don't think he could have thrown it any better than that.
No, he threw it right on him.
Second and 10 now coming up for Superior. Receiver comes over and says something to the quarterback. Maybe he saw something he liked. And maybe they're going to try to pass again. They do. They run that little receiver screen they tried to set up in the last drive. This time they get it, and they're going to complete it. It's going to be a gain of about 8 yards. They'll set up a 3rd down and 2 for Superior as the clock ticks here with 4:12 to go in the second quarter.
Pretty safe play, right? You get it in the hands of your athlete and just turn them loose.
Yeah, if you're having a hard time generating offense, get the ball out in space, try to make something happen. It didn't work for him in the last drive, but there was a nice play there and gets them in a spot that's pretty convertible. And this is probably a spot you're not going to punt if you don't get this here on 3rd down. It'll be two plays here to try to get 2.5 yards. Superior goes from shotgun again. Put a man in motion. They're going to hand it off to him around the far side, and somebody got in there. I think that's Devin Duchesne. Tangled up, grabbed the legs, and had some company come in to help finish off the job. Looks like Hayden Eckholm in there. And didn't catch the other. No, that's Novak as well.
Who's 57?
57's Hastings. Was that Ty there?
That was Ty.
Okay, yeah, I see Duchesne just checked in at nose guard, so that was Ty Hastings in the tackle. So Devin just checks in. Rowdy Markey comes off. And we got a 4th down and 2 here coming up for Superior. They're just coming into play right now, so they got something brewing here. They got something cooking here for this 4th and 2.
Soup's on.
Soup's on. Looks like Jaden Bennett says they have a couple of really good quarterbacks. So we should have talked to Jaden before the game. We could have got the 4-1-1 on this whole team.
Right. We're looking for some of that material.
They're going to hand it off, come around the near side this time, and an opportunity there to make a play.
That's a good, strong run.
Yeah, a really nice run there by number 5. And takes a look over at the Superior crowd and says, let's go. Let's do this. And Superior moving the chains there. So 1st down and 10 now coming up for the Spartans after the nice run there on 4th down.
That fellow's pretty stout for a freshman.
He's got a thick bottom and a thick top.
Found the weight room, hasn't he?
He has. He's going to be a monster, I think, in 4 years or 3 years. It's good to, if we're going to celebrate all athletes, it's good to see.
Yep, it is.
But he's going to be a tough guy to go against here in a couple of years.
Yep, I totally agree.
Yeah.
Good for Superior.
It's a big fella out there lined up wide. Superior will send the same fella in motion, and they'll fake the handoff. 12 kicks it out to the edge now. Felix Wahlquist in there, and I think Stone Paschal in there as well on the tackle. But it is a gain of 5 for Superior, and they've got something rolling here on this drive. Down to the 15-yard line.
Nice 4th and 2 conversion. They keep the chains moving, and they are headed towards the promised land to try to get some points on the board.
For sure. Cats trying to keep them out of the end zone here. If River Falls scores, and without Superior, if they get to that 35 mark, it'll be running clock in the second half. So this could keep Superior in the game here if they can finish off this drive. The throw goes through the hands of the receiver, and it'll be incomplete and bring up a 3rd and 5. And again, this is 4-down territory down here in this end of the field.
Not a terrible pass. I mean, he got his hands on it. Probably one you'll ask that kid after the game. He'll probably say, I should have had that. Maybe just a titch behind him, but really not a bad pass.
Yeah, exactly. I think you nailed it there. It was a little bit behind him, but definitely a catchable ball. So 3rd and 5 now coming up for the Cats. They're having another pretty long talk over there, not right up to the line of scrimmage.
You know, I just have to remember, these kids are like 14 and 15 years old.
Right. From the shotgun. Going to run it along this side, and not much going there. Waldquist in there, getting low on the tackle, and it's going to be a gain of about a yard, maybe a yard and a half. So we got a 4th down and a long 3 or a short 4, whatever you want to call it here, coming up for the Spartans. The Cats want to keep them out of the end zone. It's time to buckle up here. Big play time coming up.
Big play.
4th and 3. 1:11 left in the half. Superior will run a man in motion. That's big number 5. 5 cuts it up, and
It's going to be close,
it's
isn't
going to
it?
be real close. Yep. We'll see where they spot it.
I'm going to check your eyes here, Chris.
I think you made the right decision.
Measurement?
They're going to measure. They'll bring out the sticks. We got some Wildcat players running the
Oh,
sticks.
they're going to say first down. They're not even going to measure. They're going to, you're good. He just punched it forward.
All right.
1st and goal from the 10.
1st and goal from the 10. And are we going to move the chains or not? A timeout Superior after the 1st down conversion. We want to talk a little bit about River Falls Booster Club.
Do it.
rfhsboosters.org is the website, but they're doing a membership drive here in September. Memberships start at just $25. The River Falls Booster Club supports all high school sports. And since 2017, the River Falls High School Booster Club has donated over $200,000 in needed equipment to River Falls sports teams. Basically, the coaches say, this is what we need, and they send in their request, and the boosters try to help out as many people as they can that way. And if we get more and more people involved in the Booster Club, we can help them fulfill more of those requests. You don't have to be a River Falls community member if you're grandma or grandpa, or even if you're Steven Silva in California.
Yeah.
And you want to be a member of the River Falls Booster Club, you can do that.
You can do it. The offering plate just came around.
Throw right over the top there is incomplete, so that's going to bring up 2nd and goal from the 10-yard line for Superior. That will stop the clock, though. So the clock frozen at 53 seconds. 2nd down and goal coming up from the 10. Superior, this is by far their best drive of the afternoon. And knocking on the door. Cats able to keep Eau Claire Memorial out of the end zone last week. And trying to pitch a shutout here again today, but Superior's got 3 more plays here to try to put it in before the half. Spartans once again from the shotgun. Send a guy in motion. I think that's big 5. And Felix Waldquist gets a hand on him, pulls him down. So a gain of about a yard there. That's going to bring up 3rd down and goal from, I call it the 9 or 10-yard line.
Clock continues to run.
Waldquist having a pretty active afternoon. Did have the 1 penalty, but has made a lot of big plays. Clock rolling. Superior not looking like they want to call a timeout. I don't think they want to leave any time on the clock for River Falls if they don't convert. 16 seconds to go. They'll run a man in motion again, looking to throw. In trouble. I think that's Waldquist and Ty Hastings in there, and he pulls him down. I think Superior's going to have to call a timeout now. That was Jack Larson in there, along with Ty Hastings.
Or not. They're just going to let her go.
They're going to let it go. Wow. Now they call a timeout. They wanted to run it all the way down. They want
1
to
second.
they want to run the last play of the half. So 4th and goal coming up from the 17-yard line for Superior. They're going to talk it over, but the Cats one more play here in the half to try to keep them out of the end zone and keep that goose egg up on the board. Been very, very good defensively, really, for the last 2 weeks. Nice to see after that Hudson game where the Raiders really, and that game was just like a tennis match back and forth. But I think the Cats made some adjustments defensively and really have been kind of lights out since then. Pretty good crowd here for
real nice.
both teams. And, yeah, we're approaching 70 viewers on YouTube right now
That's
for a freshman
70,
football game. That's really good.
It's outstanding.
Yeah,
Glad you could join us this afternoon. We're just expanding our legion of loyal listeners. That's what we're doing.
All right, 4th down and goal from the 17-yard line. Superior looking to throw. They're going to throw it into the end zone. Brody Ruck is there, and Cat's able to knock that football down. Zach Faulkner over there in coverage as well. He was the safety.
I think he got the interception on that.
Did he?
Yeah, I believe he did.
Wow, nice. Was that Zach or Brody that caught it?
Number 25.
25 is Brody. So Brody Ruck with the interception to end the half. Cats keep the Spartans out of the end zone. We go to the half with the score. River Falls 30 and Superior 0. Dan Jenkins here with us tonight. And again, the Jenkins family helping to sponsor the show, but Dan's always here with stats. And we got some here for the half. Joe Tarasavage, 94 yards rushing, 2 touchdowns. Anthony McPherson, 19 yards rushing, 1 touchdown. Schneider, 1 carry for a loss. We got Josh Jenkins with a catch for a 2-point conversion. We got Mason Novak, 2 catches, 44 yards, 1 touchdown. And got Thade Dreyer, 1 carry for 25 yards. Cal Dumont, 1 catch, 18 yards. And number 18, again, sorry, guys. They didn't have any rosters when I walked in. Don't have a roster. Number 18 with a catch for the 2-point conversion. Tino Massa throwing the ball around a little bit. 5 of 6 for 66 yards there in the first half.
There you go.
Dan's working on some defensive stats right now as well.
Hey, I'm going to pull up I want to say thank you again to Sarah Jenkins from Property Executives Realty. Thank you, Sarah, for sponsoring freshman Wildcat football.
Yeah.
She can help you out with all of your real estate needs, buyers, sellers, and also property management, I believe.
We got some other thank yous to do this week as well. The kids were off on a road trip last week, and Jamie Schneider stepped up and organized a meal drive for the kids, so when they got on the bus, they had something to eat for the long ride home. It was about an hour and 15-minute drive from Eau Claire Memorial. So Jamie Schneider organized that. She had a lot of people help out, though. Sarah Jenkins, Property Executives, Jenkins Property Management, Pacial Chiropractic, Jacqueline Walquist, River Falls Construction LLC, the Dreyer family, lots and lots of other families chipping in there to make that happen. And the cool thing is Jamie sent out an email and said, stop offering to make donations. We have everything covered. It was so nice that everybody just came out and said, I'll help. Everybody put their hands up and pitched in to make it happen. So the boys are covered for the rest of the season. They've got meals for the bus for the rest of the season. Another thing that's been a real treat for us, and again, having these broadcasts, I think is something special for freshman football, but Katie Tarasavage has been taking some incredible pictures and sending them out to all the families, and it's just cool to have that stuff and be able to see like really professional level photography of your kids out there playing football. So
lifetime memories. These kids don't even know it yet, but they are creating lifetime memories. They remember this forever.
Yeah, it's cool to see some of those photos, especially from last week. The kids had such a big win, and she had a lot of reaction photos, just the kids pulling their helmets off at the end of the game and lots of big smiles. And, I think the kids are having a lot of fun out there. And again, a big tribute to the coaching staff as well. We don't thank them enough. Just to be able to put all of this together. And, at the beginning of the season, they were a little shaky. There was some mistakes here and there, but they've really cleaned up a lot of those things. And they're playing really, really well. I mean, 36-0 last week. It's 30-0 at halftime. I mean, they're really making some strides, and Coach Ryan Scher sent out an email this week just saying that he was really, really impressed by the freshman group. So
Yeah.
pretty cool stuff. Pretty good things coming on the horizon for this varsity team. You see this class, 35 kids out for freshman football, and they're playing some really good football right now.
Really good. Hey, we've got a minute. I'm going to play my No Wipes in the Pipes commercial from my utility. Dan and I were talking about this earlier, so I'm going to let this roll right here. No wipes in the pipes, please. Hi, I'm Kevin Westhouse, your utility director. I'm here today to talk to you about WNTF. What not to flush. Because wipes clog pipes. Many of these items say flushable right on the container. Don't let that confuse you. So-called flushable products like these, in this container, in this cute container, in this beautiful 3-pack, you start flushing these down your toilet, you will get what is called a worldwide phenomenon, a fatberg. Fatbergs clog pipes. Other things you shouldn't be flushing down your toilet: fruit peelings, bleach, feminine products, oil or any oily substances, pills, partner products, cotton balls, and of course, Goldie the goldfish. All this talk about toilets and sewers has suddenly given me a bit of a nervous tummy. Remember, wipes clog pipes. Toilet paper only, please. There it is. Wipes clog pipes. Toilet paper only, please.
And that adds a fan favorite down the Illinois group. Every time we play that, I get an email from the Larson household.
Hey, I'm going to tell you right now, it'll say flushable on the container, and they'll flush down, but they won't flush out.
Yeah, and that's a nightmare. You
don't want it. Dan and I were talking about that with some of his rental units he manages, and says, yeah, they keep flushing those down there, and they can't figure out why the sewer keeps backing up. Well, they'd watch the video, they'd know, right?
Yeah, they just need to watch some freshman football.
I'm going to go change the quarter on here.
I want to get some defensive stats out here before the kickoff. We got Thay Dreyer with 1 tackle, Anthony McPherson with 3, Todd Benedict with 2, Felix Wahlquist with 2 tackles and a sack, Blake Schneider with a tackle, Cal Dumont with a tackle, Jack Larson with 2, Devin Duchesne with 4, Stone Paschal with 1. And we got Matt Tiffany. I thought the first one was Tara Savage, but Tiffany actually had both fumble recoveries. And again, these numbers in these home jerseys, sometimes they're hard to read the back of them. So Matt Tiffany.
All right, here we go.
2 fumble recoveries and a tackle, and Ty Hastings with 1 tackle. Short kick, and it is fielded by the up man. And I think that's Hayden Ekholm. Ekholm will bring it out to the 42-yard line. So the Cats start this second half with really good field position. I think we got a new quarterback as well. I saw Mason Hyde out there warming up in the half, so I'm guessing he's going to be – no, looks like Mr. Massa will stay out there. And we could see – I think Massa played the first drive of the second half last week as well, and then they brought in Bracken French. Yep. Mason was gone last week. He was sick. Had some illness go through the team last week. I think we were missing 4 or 5 players last week. Massa from the shotgun. And they're going to hand it off to the receiver.
Knee down.
You're down in high school football. Thay Dreyer. It's going to be a loss of, well, looks like about 4 on first down. So second 14 coming up for the Cats. Superior did a nice job there of just containing that play. Their linebacker was out there and making sure that there wasn't
going on here. Let me check something out. Got a little bit of
so second and about 15 here for River Falls, and now they're going to back them up here. I don't know if we had a penalty. Yeah, they must have. 5-yard penalty. We'll turn that second and about 15 into second and 20, maybe 21. So it's a costly penalty there. Didn't catch it, didn't see it. But down and distance not favorable here for River Falls. But again, leading 30-0. Anthony McPherson checks in for the Cats. He'll be the tailback. Massa will go from the shotgun once again. They'll send Dreyer in motion. Fake the handoff. Massa looking around now. He's going to keep it. And he picks up about 6 or 7. And that will bring up 3rd down. And we'll see where they mark it. Probably going to be about 3rd down and 15 or 16 yards coming up for River Falls. We'll call it 3rd and a long 16. To run by Massa. Looking for somebody. Again, Superior right in his face when he came around on the bootleg there. But must not have been a receiver open. And chooses to tuck it in and run it down the sideline. Picked up a few yards. Clock stopped at 7:49 to go now. Massa will go from behind center now. Under center. Fake the handoff. Looking to throw. Threw it out there for Cal Dumond. And Dumond, again, a little behind him. Got a little bump there as well. And that'll bring up 4th down. And I think the Cats are going to bring the punt team out there. Getting a phone call here. My phone's been busy all week. I'm sure if you live in River Falls, your phone's been busy too. A lot of folks out there looking to put new roofs on after the storm that came through on Tuesday. And, boy, I've been fielding calls all week long from people in Chicago and everywhere else trying to sell me a roof. But not recommended. It looks like Cal Dumond over there.
Yeah, my computer's acting up a little bit, so this is streaming right now is not as smooth as it usually is. I think we're going to make it, but that's what's going on.
We're going to do our best. You know,
Yeah.
I'm not running at my most efficient right now either. It happens. Colton French, the corner on this side. Superior looking to throw, and a nice job there. Loose ball. And we're going to see if they called that incomplete or if they called it a fumble. But the ball was loose. They called it a fumble. Superior able to pick it up. Who was it, Dan? Who's the one that knocked that one loose?
I couldn't tell.
I think it was Nate and maybe Devin Duchesne over there. I think Cal Dumond was in there as well. We're kind of the recoveries today. So this game from Matt.
Okay, now if you sit here and talk real loud, the computer's picking it up, so
That's great.
that'll be best. But you
You're
might
going
want
to talk into the computer.
You got to, yes. So the headphone's not doing anything anymore, so just talk nice and loud right here.
All right. I can do that.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm going to come and sit down
You
there.
sit down, you do that.
So you can hear me.
Yeah.
And again, I think a lot of people really enjoy it when they can't hear me. But having a little technical issues today. But
Yeah.
we are here. We are covering some football and hope to deliver what we can. Sometimes things happen.
Right.
Again, we've got it's one of these shows where we've got kind of a bare bones staff, and we try to provide what we can provide. And sometimes things don't always go perfectly, and we work through them. Mason Hyde pitches it out to Hayden Ekholm. Ekholm around and down to around the 22-yard line. So a pickup of almost 20 yards for Hayden Ekholm, and that will move the chains for the Cats and give them a first down. So nice run there by Hayden Ekholm, and it'll be 1st and 10 River Falls at the 24-yard line. Ekholm will come over to the sideline, and Anthony McPherson checks in for the Cats. Mason Hyde under center at River Falls. Looks like Blake Schneider, the receiver, on the far side, and Caden Kroll over there as well. And we got a whistle, and we'll see what we got. Looking for an indication. Well, I think looks like Brody Ruck, something, maybe an equipment issue. I told Brody he had to come off the field. So I don't know if he was missing a mouth guard or maybe he had blood or something on him, not sure. But Ruck comes out of the game. The Cats will get going here 1st and 10. And ball loose, Hyde able to scoop it up, but he's going nowhere. Little center quarterback issue there on 1st and 10. And looks like maybe he fell forward for about a half a yard, so he did get something positive out of it. 2nd and a long 9 now. Matt Tiffany checked in for Brody Ruck. And Hyde's got the play. 2nd and we'll call it a short 10. McPherson behind Jenkins. Hyde takes a look around, gets the snap, hands it off to Anthony McPherson. And the Spartans D all over that one. Going to be a short loss. And that'll bring up 3rd down and long for River Falls. The Cats have not been in this situation too often today, putting up 5 straight touchdowns on their first 5 drives. But slowing down here a little bit here as we get to the end of the game. Again, working some fresh faces in, getting some new guys into the game. It's nice. All these kids, they're all at practice every day. I mean, Jack, he walks home from practice, doesn't get home till like 6 o'clock every night. These kids are putting some time in. They get home, they got to do some homework. They got to make sure that they've got everything they need to get done at home. They've got a lot of work to do. It's a lot of sacrifice to play football, and to get out here and get an opportunity to play is a big deal. And that's a nice play. Cal Dumond around the end and into the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats. They faked the run to the right side, and we talked about it a little bit earlier on our game against Hudson. A lot of times you get that defense really pursuing hard, and they went right after McPherson when they faked the pitch, and Cal Dumond had a lot of space once he caught that ball from Mason Hyde, and he just outran everybody in the end zone. 42-6, Wildcats now, 3:19 to go, 4th quarter. Hyde will come back in with McPherson. And Cats going for the 2-point conversion. I believe they are 3 of 5 or 4 of 5 today. A lot of math for me to do. That'll be 3 of 5 so far today. Just did the math in my head. Sometimes it just takes me a second to think about it. Hyde will send a man in motion. And it's McPherson. A little bit of misdirection there. They ran the guy in motion, faked that little jet play, and gave it to McPherson. McPherson into the end zone quickly. Again, taking advantage of that pursuit. The Spartans really followed I think it was stayed drier on the other side, and McPherson got the football and really went in almost untouched.
Let me put some points on the board here.
Kevin Westhouse again doing a great job trying to keep this show on the road.
What are we at, 42?
42-6. 44-6.
There we go.
Yeah,
I also know our clock kind of shut down too, so I'm just going to shut that off.
Yeah, a lot of stuff going on here. Sometimes you just have these technical gremlins that happen during the game. So we got 3:19 to play. The clock should go back to running clock here as soon as the kickoff goes.
But that clock is not working, so I'm just going to clear that off of there.
All right, you clear that off of there. Again, 3:19 to go, fourth quarter. Jack Larson with the kick. That's going to bounce back, fielded it at around the 22-yard line. Cats coverage team is there, covers it up, and pulls them down at around, we'll call it the 31 or 32-yard line. So clock rolling now, 3:07. Wildcat defense comes back onto the field. Try to call out a few names here. I see Colton French coming out, Devin Duchesne, Nate Johnston, Brecken French out there, Zach Faulkner. Looks like Jack Carnow's out there, Stone Paschal. First and 10 for Superior at their own 34-yard line. Clock dwindling now, 2:36 to go. Spartans have a late entry coming in off the sideline. I don't think he has the play, so that's probably a good indication we're going to see a run here. And they're going to pitch it out to the near side. And he gets through a couple of guys, and he's off the races. Zach Faulkner able to wrap up and pull him down, but it's a big gain. They'll take it all the way out to the 30-yard line, so gain of about 45 yards there. So a nice run for the Spartans. Spartans trying to get something going here, at least be able to go home and have a few kids with smiles on their faces on the bus. You know, it's tough to come make that 2.5-hour drive down here and just get crushed. So you got to get a couple positive plays. You got something to look at in film. Tomorrow night, a lot of these kids will be watching film and be able to point out a few bright spots. Number 2 in the shotgun here for the Spartans. Takes a look around, snap. Same play going, he's going to fake that play going around this side. And again, high tackle attempt that time. Number 9 making the high tackle attempt. You got to get low, guys. You got to get low if you want to make the tackle. Gain of 8. Sets up a second, and we'll call it a long 1. So we have 9 there. 1:12 to go in the football game. Brody Ruck checking in for the Cats now. Running all the way across the field. They're going to hand it off. 22 takes it. Finds a hole, running through a couple other guys, and he's still on his feet. And he's going to get pulled down real close to the end zone. He fumbled the ball, and the Cats come out of there with it.
Wow.
Looked like Colton French came out of there with the football. I don't know who knocked it loose, but it was looking like it was going to be a touchdown, and River Falls able to make a play there and keep them out of the end zone and get the football. So the Cats offense will come back out in the field, and the ball marked at about the 1 or 2 yard line, so in the shadow of their own end zone, but at least it's River Falls football. We'll see what they come up with here. I see, again, nice job, Austin Stelright coming in and playing today. Kean O'Keefe has done such a great job on the offensive line this week, out with an injury. I think it sounds like he may be out again next week, but Austin has done a great job in his stead this week. I see Vince Anderson out there. And that's it. We had running clock, so that'll do it. Great job once again by the Wildcat offensive line, just paving the way for these running backs. The Cats ran all over their opponent for the second week in a row, and they are going to win this one 44-6 over Superior. Just again, a nice complete game for this Wildcat football team. Kept them out of the end zone for most of the game, and just a great job defensively and offensively as well.
Throw a final on here.
Yeah, so Kevin's going to step in and throw a final on this one. We had some technical issues today, but
we held it together.
Kevin did a great job keeping the bus on the road here, so that was nice. We're without Mike right now, so I'm just talking right into the computer.
Yeah.
Dan's compiling some stats right now, so we'll get those to you before we go off the air. But again, tomorrow night at Raymer Field, love to see everybody at Raymer Field. These Cats would love to have a big crowd there. We have a big crowd every week, but tomorrow night for homecoming, it should be a packed house. It should be a lot of, I see Sam Simpson out there doing some jumping around, but a lot of pats on the back, a lot of fun out there for these kids. Again, second week in a row just with a rout victory. And just out there, I mean, they are playing some great football right now. But tomorrow night should be a lot of fun. Homecoming, River Falls coming in 5-0, number 3 in the state in Division II, taking on Superior tomorrow night for homecoming. It's a 7 o'clock start. The tailgate starts at 5:45 tomorrow. But you can pick up the action. I think the guys come on at around 6:40. They'll have a little pregame, and then the game starts at 7. But love to have you at Raymer Field, but if you can't make it down to Raymer Field, hey, check it out, RF Sports, River Falls Sports on YouTube. So we got some offensive stats here. Joe Tarasavage didn't get a whole lot of carries in the second half. Cats were up by way too much to be running the football. Joey with 108 yards, 2 touchdowns. Anthony McPherson, 21 yards but a touchdown. Aiden Ekholm, 22 yards total, 1 touchdown. Blake Schneider, 1 carry for -1. Josh Jenkins, looks like 2 point after attempt. No, 1, 2, yeah, 2 point after attempt that he was able to pull in. I think he had a big catch too, Dan. Did he? I feel like he did. I don't know. Maybe he did. Mason Novak, 44 yards, 1 touchdown receiving. Thay Dreyer, 21 yards receiving. Cal Dumont, 43-yard touchdown catch in the second half. And then we got number 18 credit. Maybe that was, we are not sure on that one. 2-point conversion there. Tino Massa, 5 yards rushing. Mason Hyde with 1 rush for 1 yard. Tino Massa today, 66 yards, 5 of 7 passing. Mason Hyde, 25 yards, 1 of 1. And, of course, that touchdown catch. Dan's still working on the defensive stats. We'll get those before we go off the air. But just want to thank Sarah Jenkins for her sponsorship of the broadcast. And again, Sarah Jenkins, Property Executive Realty, 612-703-3944. You can go to sarahjenkins.com for that information. Thanks so much for the coaching staff for doing just an incredible job. And just everybody who chipped in to get the kids meals for the bus ride home on those long road trips. That's great. And again, Katie Tarasavage saw those photos this week and just was blown away by her work. All right, we've got some defensive stats here. Zach Faulkner with 2 tackles. Brody Ruck with an interception. Colton French with a fumble recovery. There's a lot of guys there making plays out there. Thay Dreyer, 3 tackles. Anthony McPherson, 5 tackles. Ty Benedict, 2 tackles. Felix Walquist, 4 tackles. Blake Schneider, 2. Cal Dumont, 2. Jack Larson, 4 tackles and a fumble recovery. Devin Duchesne, 5 tackles, a sack. Bo Bjork with a tackle. Looks like we got Stone Paschal with a tackle. Just a lot of guys getting credited here. Matt Tiffany, 2 fumble recoveries, 1 tackle. Tyler Hastings, 1 tackle. And just as a team, the Wildcat defensive just did a great job today. 159 total yards given up to Superior today. So just 60 yards in total offense in the first half. So it just again, all around great game here. Also got a big thanks here to Kevin Westhouse for just putting all this stuff together every week. Does a magnificent job. This is his brainchild, and every week he comes with great stuff and just putting all this together for us. It's a big deal, and it's very much appreciated. So for Kevin Westhouse and Dan Jenkins and everybody who helps make this a success, gets me choked up, guys.
Right? It's a big deal.
It's a big deal. We'll see you next week. See you tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night.
Homecoming.
There you go.
See you guys.
See ya.